So, much like you did Tifa as your honorable mention, Tifa is my number 4. Yuffie is right underneath as a replacement, much like much like a I Am Legend vampire replacement. Yuffie's on the bench.
Just to see a Yuffie's. I mean, she'd be good at clambering as well. And she's a great pick just because like you feel the investment in her just for like sometimes it's kind of like she doesn't show up sometimes. Like when you're trying to encounter her in the woods.
Yeah, she's just not there.
Sometimes you just got to go for a while before you run into her. And to find like to have a secret character that's so well thought out and has like all these quests around her, right? Like that was incredible as a kid. Like, wait, I could just totally miss this, and I did. I think the first time I played, I don't know if I got Yuffie. Like, I think I wasn't aware.
And she's also there's some tragic depth there.
Yeah.
All of the things that Shinra has done to her family and her people in Wutai is really, really rough. So,
and there's just something great about that, like sort of spunky thief archetype, right? That's always fun. That's always fun.
It's always a good. I'm playing D&D. I've always been a rogue, and Yuffie is very much. She aligns to my heart when it comes to just wanting to steal all the shiny things.
That's a good pick. Good pick. I have a much more sort of morose, somber party, I think.
Okay.
My next pick is Vivi. Vivi from FF9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Vivi is another very tragic character.
Are all of your characters tragic?
Maybe. I don't want to spoil it. But Vivi's just so wonderful. Oh, man. The big floppy mage hat. The black mage with the baggy jacket. You know, like the 9 character designs are so just adorable. Like the hyper deformed.
Like super cartoonish
style.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's kind of cutesy, but in the midst, like that's the thing about 9, right? It's like it's got this sort of hyperdeformed character, like cute exterior, and then you like look beneath the surface, and like with Vivi, right? It's like, oh, we have this character that like I think more than most other characters in the franchise, like is so aware of their own mortality just by virtue of like discovering what he is, right? A manufactured black mage for use in like war, right? And then like you go to the black mage village in that game and to find out like, oh yeah, these like manufactured mages have like a year lifespan or whatever. Vivi being the archetype, like maybe you'll hang on a little bit longer, but you know, to like be basically like, I don't know, like 6 months old, you know, be just like a little kid, just an adorable little kid, and to have these like existential crises. But just to be like a very compelling character outside of that, right? Like to have that depth and that dimension as a character, but then also like in battle, like, yeah, I got to bring a black mage along for sure. Like we got to have those elemental spells. And like Vivi has that like that doubler. I'm trying to remember now. I haven't played 9 in like 20 years. So this is going back. But you can cast like double spells. And there was like, I used Vivi and Steiner. Like there's like a pairing there where like Vivi can like imbue Steiner skills with like elemental magic and something like that, if I remember correctly.
Sure. Yeah,
just like
that sounds right.
Yeah, a good magical like powerhouse to have on the team. Like you got to have a mage in tow when you get into those tricky situations where like physical attacks just aren't going to do it. And thinking about that, like favorite mages, like yeah, like Vivi I think is a very strong character in their own right. I just want to give him a big old hug. Just want to give that Vivi a big old hug.
That's
and just that you got that like ending monologue from 9, which like I don't think it's explicitly said, but it is supposed to be from Vivi because Vivi has passed away by that point. Just I always talked about you, Zidane, how you were a very special person to us because you taught us all how important life is. You taught me that life doesn't last forever. That's why we have to help each other and live life to the fullest. Even if you say goodbye, you'll always be in our hearts. So I know we're not alone anymore. Why I was born, how I wanted to live. Thanks for giving me some time to think. To keep doing what you set your heart on. It's a very hard thing to do. We were all so courageous. What to do when I felt lonely? That was the only thing you couldn't teach me. but we need to figure out the answer for ourselves. I'm so happy I met everyone. I wish we could have gone on more adventures, but I guess we will all have to say goodbye someday. Everyone, thank you. Farewell. My memories will be part of the sky. I'm gonna cry.
Hey, bud. Gonna be honest. Your party? It's a fucking bummer, man.
My party is already dead. Hey, fun fact. Here's a fun fact.
Man, I hadn't heard
fun.
that monologue in like 20 years, and that really hit me in a bad way.
Such a downer.
I am genuinely misty-eyed. I didn't expect this Patreon episode that was supposed to be full of bullshit and shits and giggles and dick and fart jokes to make me genuinely sob.
Okay, here's a fun fact. Vivi is the past tense of the Spanish verb vivir. I'm so sorry, I don't know Spanish. Which means to live. Therefore, Vivi can be translated as I lived. Oh, this is still sad. Vivi is also
cool, man. Yeah, way to make it more of a vibe killer.
Vivi is also the present tense of the Italian verb vivere, which also means to live. Therefore, Vivi can be translated as you live, or also as the imperative live. No, that was a fun fact.
No, that's fucking cool, dude. It's real cool.
We live on. We carry the memory of Vivi. Vivi is in the sky.
That hurt.